All right, everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Ron Around, episode 18 here. Some of y'all probably been saying, well, Ron, you have been laying off, laying low lately, and we all wants to know what's been happening. You've been quiet, you've been just chilling, and that's the way I like to be. I like to stay in more of a chill mode and just relax. So, the first question of the day is, what has happened to me in general with my channel, my updates to you. Basically, what I've been doing is been working on my gaming channel. As y'all know, I play retro games. I play games back in the late 70s, early 80s, 90s, 2000, somewhere up to 2014. And that's as high as I'm going. I don't play none of the latest games like Call of Duty, the finals, a lot of battle games where y'all got to go head on head with each other. And I don't like role play games. I don't like shooting games. I do play my RPG games, which is just simple with the basic click mouse and everything like that, or I'm trying to get into new latest titles that I never played from by checking my Steam, my Epic, as well as my Origin. I play my Sims, etc. Stuff that I could just sit back and enjoy and just keep it simple, keep it basic. Now, when I do play my games, I mostly turn off the camera because I just want to enjoy what I'm doing without trying to act out on camera of what other people doing. When I saw those episodes in 2020, I did not like them. I don't want to be a part of that. Now, I'm not saying it's not, oh, you don't do it, don't do this, don't do that. It's just not good for me. And the ones who's doing it, I want y'all to keep doing your thing. Enjoy doing what you love to do, because that's a part of productivity. And gaming is a part of our productivity, as well as editing, etc. So most likely I'll just be chilling, watching YouTube, seeing what's going on with all my other content creators, and just take it from there. So that's what's been going on with me. I've been basically working on my sports channel as well as my gaming channel, and I most like love doing vlogs. So I don't have anything to talk about in tech. I'm not getting the latest hardware from tech because everything is elevated in gaming. Now, in marketing, what I have done was I took the word gaming off so I could just sit back and just focus on the main thing is productivity. And while I was looking at Asrock, because I am subscribed to Asrock, and those are one of my top tier leading vendors I love building my motherboards with MSI, as well as Gigabyte and ASUS. So I've been rolling with them for quite some time now, back in the late early 2000s. So yes, I've been rolling with those four manufacturers, and I love it. And when I was looking at Asrock page recently, it says elevate your gaming. What I did was I took the word gaming off and I said elevate your productivity, because basically what I mostly do is I'm more of an analyst. I like talking about sports, women's basketball, WWE, both men's and the women's. Football's back in, thank God for that, as well as any other productivity like WNBA, etc. So any other sports productivity that I love talking about, I'm adding those onto my channel. I do not like baseball. I did like baseball when we had the originals, Florida Marlins, now they're known as the Miami Marlins, and that's just a brand I don't flow with. It's all Hispanic. I don't do Hispanic. I'm in an English speaking country, and when they changed the barrier of the Florida Marlins, that's why I call them Florida Marlins, not Miami Marlins. So I'm calling my original Florida Marlins. I miss up Charlie Huff, Jeff Conine, Gary Sheffield, etc. We run the two pennants. Right now, we ain't gonna never see it because the functionality of the team is just right off, and that's just something I'm not getting into. So basically, that's what I've been doing, just doing vlogs. I'm working on trying to go ahead and be a part of the food vlog world, so do a couple of food episodes, etc. That I have not figured out where I want to go yet and how I'm going to do it. So possibly by the end of the year, I should figure out the functionality of that and just try to get it going sometime next year in 2026. Moving right along. Now here I've been watching a lot of content creators, tech enthusiasts, so-called tech enthusiasts, talking about the tier list for PS shoes. Now, just like I said, I don't believe in that because I know what type of motherboards I'm using. I only use the motherboards that only handles the thermal design power of the CPU, which is mostly 95 to 102 watts or 105. I don't go over that there. So basically, I'm still on the AM4, AM3 platform, the AM2, the FM2, etc. I just build basic moderate systems that people could use in today's society. Now, if you are a content creator and you're doing a lot of film editing, video editing, etc., you got to put music videos out. You guys to go ahead and use 4K technology, etc. Then you got to go ahead and use the more high-end motherboards that's out today. And those high-end motherboards requires a high-end certified full modular PSU. So, and with that means don't cut the cost of your PSU, because I know a lot of people does that. There is that they only buy the PSU just to power up the GPU, and that just bad building. So let me go ahead and get into what I do when I sit down here and choose a power supply. Now I'm sticking with the latest technology that's out now, the latest hardware out now. So let's get into it. Now, in this here build list I put together, so you go ahead and get the infrastructure. I'm using the Ryzen 9 9950X3D, which is actually a top tier gaming CPU. Mostly, a lot of people that does a lot of content creation mostly mess with Intel, because Intel knows how to go ahead and regulate the productivity from the CPU structures into the programs. So if you're more of an editor, it's best to go ahead and mess with Intel with that. AMD so far mostly only worrying about gaming, but the IPC level performance is still the same. It hasn't changed, but the X3Ds are more power hungry, more enhanced for gaming. So here I'm choosing the AMD Ryzen 9950X3D with the thermal peerless Ascent 120SE66. That's a beef monster. That's have about 7 heat pipes, so it handles up to 230 thermal design wattage off the CPU, and it will keep that baby cool. I'm using the Asrock Phantom Gaming X87 Riptide. I'm beefing up the RAM slots, because I have 4 RAM slots, and you're going to be at 128 gigabyte per second. You don't have no issues with any speed, any selectivity with your gaming. Now, if you are a advanced gamer, and if you disagree, I understand. I got no issues with it. So, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm not griping. This is what it is. I'm using the Crucial P510 2 terabyte. I'm using the Gigabyte WindForce RTX 580 16 gigabyte graphic card, and with the Nova 1000 watt. Now, why I'm going with 1000 watts and my power wattage is at 736 watts. Just like I said, I do not believe in just buying a power supply just to only power the GPU. I believe in a power supply that's going to power the whole system. If you are an overclocker, you are sending the right amount of power to the system, and you're not undercutting your power flow. And that's one thing a lot of people have the tendency to do, is undercut the power flow. So that means if I sit down here and put an 850 certified gold, 80 plus gold or 80 plus platinum on it, then I'm basically cutting the, my usage of my power supply. That means I'm pulling more, and my system is overclocked. So this is up for overclockers. You might want to pay attention if you're building your system the first time and you have a friend that knows how to overclock your system to reach the boost level of the GPU as well as the CPU, and you go ahead and you got your RAM and everything in Nova mode. You always want to go ahead on and choose high-end power supplies that have OCP, which is overclock protection. That's it. If you send in too much juice from the wall into the power supply, it's going to kill the power supply and shut your unit down without taking out your parts. Now, if I was on the 850 watt, it's over because I killed the power supply and I'm sending too much voltage into the motherboard as well as the CPU when I'm cook everything. So what I like to go ahead on and do is keep a certain balance activity. So I want to go ahead and shorten my power usage for the whole entire system. Even though it's 736 watts, I haven't added the case yet because I'm just going over the hardware. Even though it's 736 watts of power, I'm still putting a 1000 watt power supply. Now, if it was 800 860 or 880 watts. I'm going increasing to 1100 to 1200 watts. I always did that. Even though I could go ahead and put my system up right now, I'm on low power systems like 480. 560. I'm on 700 watt top tier power supplies. I have my gaming setup, not my gaming setup, my entertainment setup. I watch my Hulu, Netflix off that PC. That's about 400 and something watts. I'm on the 600 watt power supply. So therefore I have the proper comfortability from the wall to the power supply into the system without shorting the system. Even though it was 400, I was 460 watts with that there, and I put a 500 watt power supply on it. So the bronze. That means I am 40 watts close to the power supply, to the max power supply usage. If I'm on the 500 watt power supply, and my whole system is ranging 460 watts power, I should elevate that up higher. Just as what I did with this system here, using the Ryzen, the RTX 5090, same structure, same parts, but here my power supply, my estimated wattage usage, it might be more than that, but my estimated wattage usage is 951 watts. I am on a 1300 watt power supply. Pure stability and power transfer from the wall to the power supply to the hardware. No issues. That means that I can enjoy comfortability with my system if it is overclocked. Now, 9 out of 10 with me, basically 10 out of 10, I leave my system in auto. So if I need the extra push, and such as editing video or just playing my little games, or say for instance, I say, hey, let me try this is a game out that everybody playing in 2025. So I don't have to worry about it. It's going to overclock itself. That means I got the power, the perfect power pull from the wall to the power supply to the system. And yes, you see it's an EVGA Supernova Platinum certified. And yes, it is about $357.43. That is a top tier level power supply. It's all about how you build your system. Now, if you're using the latest hardware, such as I'm using the X870s, which the power draw on that motherboard is high quality because it has so many power phases to go ahead and overclock that motherboard, where you undervolting it or overvolting it. You have enough juice coming from this 1300 watt to go ahead and give you that stability power transfer into the system without any complications. So that's one reason why I don't believe in the top tier power system. And y'all keep in mind, I was studying all this here when I was in the 9th grade, understanding the IPC structures, how to overclock the system. Now keep in mind, when you overclock the system, you destroy the warranty. So don't sit down here and burn it out and say, oh, it was dead on arrival. No, you killed it and you're trying to sell on eBay for a high end just to go ahead and replace it. Or you just don't know what the hell you're doing. Pretty simple. Moving to the next one. What PC components you recommend for basic and simple builders? Basic builders, if you are on a 4-pin CPU connect and the motherboard is not hungry, just keep it simple. If you're not an overclocker, keep it simple. Understand how you building your system. If you want to use the B550 motherboards, and you building a nice basic mid-level game, it's just to play Fortnite or to play Apex Legends or to play Fortnite, Apex Legends, the finals, and your Call of Duty, the latest one. Then go ahead on there and stick with the bronze and a power. Decent. Just stick to a decent parts that fits your budget. If you are on a $1,400 budget, stick with that $1,400 budget. If you want to build a $1,000 gaming PC in 2025, and I saw a lot of videos saying, oh, this don't work, $1,000 don't work. Believe yourself, do a lot of research, and understanding your PC components and how you're going to allow it to work for yourself. If you are a editor, a simple basic editor, you just do simple basic videos, then you'll need hardcore hardware. You'll need a 32 gigabyte VRAM GPU. You'll need a high-end Ryzen 9 or i9 processor that is power hungry. So you're a power hungry motherboard. Just sit down here and ask yourself, what type of PC user are you? Are you a basic? Are you mid-level or are you advanced? Advanced, you buy the high-end hardware. Mid-level, you buy the mid-level, and basically you just go ahead and buy something because you may just browse the internet. You may just want to go ahead on and do some streaming, listen to Spotify, Pandora, etc., iTunes, whatever. That's your basic. Or you just want to browse the internet just to browse the internet, or you want to Skype your family and friends. That's basic. Mid level, just probably go ahead and put together a nice good mid level off an 8 GB to a 10 GB GPU, and go ahead and play some nice, moderate, decent games with it. High end, they basically doing everything: live streaming, video editing, etc., putting together video content, etc. So that's your high end level there. So it's just basically based upon of what you like to use for yourself and understanding what you're using for yourself. Next question. Well, I keep giving you tech news and PC world info on Ron. What shall I do? Nothing, because that has been covered when I came up with it in 2020. I thought I was going to go ahead and do just give you the latest tech news and the latest hardware that's out, and that's about basically it. Because with that, I wasn't getting no hardware. I wasn't doing that much PC building on my channel. I wasn't building high-end PCs. I still do build PCs off people needs. I just still clean people PCs if they need their systems cleaned. But when I came out with my tech news, this is one of the reasons why I'm so disgusted with YouTube algorithm, because YouTube have a lot of trollers that likes to troll your website, your channel, and see what they could steal from you. Now, when I was doing tech news, it was Ron Tech News. Somebody decided to go ahead on and troll my station, my channel. I don't know why I said station. Troll my channel and come up with their own tech news. So I had to kill everything. So when I sit down here and do tech news, I don't do it no more, because in 2025, as we go hard on, everybody wants to see the hardware. You got multiple content creators that travels to Taiwan, Taipei, etc., that go to these tech conventions and go ahead and give you the latest hardware and info there. Now, if there was a tech convention there, I will go to the protocols and giving you that what I think would work, what I use it. And just go ahead on and give me. That's my first tech. If we had one at the Miami Beach Convention Center or the Diplomat Hotel on Hollywood Beach, I will go ahead on and do that. Just be my first, and that's my basic it, because y'all know I do not like flying. I ain't got time to be sitting down here. We come from jet lag. I don't have time to be sitting down here and spending excess money on vending passes, etc. I don't have time for that. So if there's one here, I will be attending it, because I love tech. I love the way we are in tech, because back in the 80s, we was gaming. We was doing retro gaming. We was gaming off the Ataris, the Segas, the Dreamcast systems. We had the our first PCs, the IBMs, the Macintosh, now known as Apple. So we was doing that the well way before where we at now with our gaming. So yes, I'm happy where we at now with gaming. Gaming has become more of a hard, demanding, more popular now in the early 2020s, as well as where we at now. I'm happy. Just like I said, I'm not really worrying about that, and it is what it is. So if you're a gamer, game hard, game strong, and understanding what you're putting together on your budget, not nobody else's budget. If you have a high-end budget, that means that you can get ready to do some severe content creation. You can come up with your very first movie for your own production company. And I'm not talking about someone do a movie, them waking up, brushing their teeth, eating breakfast, going to the park. I don't want to see no foolishness like that. I want to see you working in the studio like Mr. Beast. And I applaud that gentleman and where he at now, because he is with Prime Videos putting out massive content. He's already signed them on for a season 3. So if y'all get like Mr. Beast, that's awesome. Or if you want to go ahead on and get into video editing, video filming, like you're doing music videos and such, like Createv Ryan, and I watch one of his videos and I say to Mr. Ryan, that gentleman knows how to work his cameras and know how to work the software he using to bring the best quality in the video. I was so enthused about how he went over one of the videos he's got to edit and put it out for the music artist. He's a rapper, and I watched it every from beginning to all the way to 3 minutes and 55 seconds. I was watching it and I was enthused on how he used his camera, how he picked the background to work with the artist as he go ahead and wrap his story on for his audience. I was very amused at that there. So if you want to check out Kreatev Ryan, I'll put his link in the description below, so y'all can go ahead and check him out. And if he give you some good, he gives out great tips as well as using camera. I also follow Ben Johnson. I also follow Mr. Zopek. So I'll be putting all three of their links in the description below because they got very useful tips on how to choose the proper scenery. Even though you're out vlogging and stuff, or you end up they pick a scenery that's flow, proper lighting from Mr. Johnson, and how to set up nice small setups and how to work each of them. Each of them show you how to work the latest camera gear that's out on the market now. So I will put their page in the description below. Click on it, check on it. That's right. Click on it. I support their channel. I love them. Notice I said the keyword. I support their channel. And I love them. Instead of saying I'm a big fan of them, I support the information they give out every day, all day, in and out, 365 days out the year, whether they can sit down here and show you how to be a better content creator. Next question. Just like I said, it says, Ron, if you game, what games do I play and will I still build PCs on my channel? Are you interested in the info? Because I know y'all interested. Oh, hell, I'm interested. That's right. This is for you. It's for you, viewers. So, listen. Retro gaming is where I'm at. That's it. From the 80s to a little bit from 2014, because I built a system that handles that. I'm on DDR5 GPU. I'm on the AM4 platforms on all my systems. Right now, I'm doing this video off the Ryzen 5 1400. I'm on the Ryzen 3 4100. My business center, I'm on the Ryzen 7 2700X, and my gaming center, which is just basic mid level, just to handle what I'm throwing at it, which is retro and easy, simple 1080p gameplay, because I am on 60 hertz monitors. I'm not buying high-end monitors. If I had to buy a high-end monitor, I had to buy high-end hardware. So those are games I basically play 80 games back in the late 80s and all the way up to 2014. Maybe I increase it to 2015 based upon the hardware, and I use PC game benchmark to let me know where my PC handled that, because my PC only handled about 49% of games in 2025. So like I said, I'm not playing Call of Duty, I'm not playing Apex Legends, I'm not playing the finals, because I don't like those games. Those games are more game hungry advanced gamers. I'm not an advanced gamer. I'm just your basic, average, simple, calm, cool, and collective gamer. And what's next? And that should include it on all the updates with my channel, and especially around just like I said, I'll be working on my food series, trying to watch a lot of content creators that does food series, so I won't make that mistake and be blunt with it, because I could be very bold, very blunt with it, and I might come off being too harsh. And I don't want to sit down here, everybody did a Wawa video, I want to do one myself, so I might come off harsh. So I'm trying to go ahead and watch how they do it and understand the structure in doing food content reviews. And that's about basically it. So let's go ahead and include what has happened to me in general with my channel, Ron, not with my segment Ron for Welcome to Ron's World. And thank y'all for watching. Peace.